Dear ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor to share our experience with you today. My name is Alona Korol. I'm a PhD researcher, postgraduate education at Mykola Yermachenko Institute of Special Pedagogy and Psychology, the National Academy of Pedagogical Sciences of Ukraine, lecturer and speech therapy instructor at Vinnytsia Mikhailo-Kozyubinsky State Pedagogical University, founder of non-governmental organization ЛогоКлуб and Children's Center ЛогоКlub. And today we're going to talk about digital coaching for parents of children with special speech, language, and communication needs. Before, I will make a short presentation of organizations and educational facilities I represent today. My PhD research is conducted in Mykola Yermachenko Institute of Special Pedagogy and Psychology, the National Academy of Pedagogical Sciences of Ukraine, Vinnytsia Mikhailo-Kozyubinsky State Pedagogical University, and Children's Center ЛогоКlub. ЛогоКlub is a non-governmental organization which purpose is to promote the development of education, including special and inclusive education in Ukraine and abroad. ЛогоКlub consists of children's center with preschool, speech therapy, and inclusive departments. In ЛогоКlub, we work with children with various speech, language, and communication difficulties and other developmental disabilities like ADHD, autism, etc. ЛогоКlub has speech therapy and inclusive laboratory of Vinnytsia Mikhailo-Kozyubinsky State Pedagogical University, where practical classes are conducted with students from the university, as well as masters and PhD researchers are provided. And I'm very proud of this cooperation, which became possible thanks to the rector of our university, Professor Natalia Lazarenko. ЛогоКlub has training center for teachers, speech therapists, psychologists, and other professionals. In preschool educational department, we implement the problem-based learning methodology for early childhood education, which was developed by the Folk University, which is in Sweden. And also, we are very proud of this international cooperation. And I would like to admit that Folk University awarded certificate to ЛогоКlub as recognizing the proper adoption of the problem-based learning methodology. And now, ЛогоКlub is the first certified by Folk University Children's Center in Ukraine. Dear participants of the conference, I would like to present you our evidence-based approaches of supporting parents of children with different speech, language, communication difficulties, and special educational needs to involve them into the educational and therapy processes and support parents in achieving goals for themselves and their children using pedagogical coaching, digital and ICT technologies, and remote form of works. We also train pedagogues how to use our approach in their educational and therapy processes. A few words about our target group. Our target group includes parents of children with different speech, language, and communication difficulties. The most numerous group among the children with special educational needs are children with special speech, language, and communication needs, as most often at all peculiarities of development of the child, speech function suffers. At the same time, speech, language, and communication difficulties can be either a secondary manifestation of other basic special needs, or accompany them having an independent nature of origin. There are many approaches that already were developed for supporting children with different learning needs. However, teachers, psychologists, speech therapists, and other professionals are lacking methods involvement of parents. The main barrier that prevents the active participation of parents in the process of solving the problems of the developmental disabilities of the child is the desire to get the result with the least effort from the parents, the intention of most parents to get the result with no efforts from their side. Why does it exist, you may ask? The key point of our research is the traditional means and form of interaction between therapists and parents are not able to destroy the illusion of two parallel dimensions, like two parallel worlds, family and educational therapy environment. Parents think that their participation in the speech therapy, occupational therapy, or teletherapy remains an optional addition to their daily mandatory worries. Even motivated parents in some time eventually cool down and stop making special efforts to achieve the common goals in therapy process. And these facts suggest the need for such a mechanism, which would create a common environment in which parents would become full participants in therapy process, which would increase their responsibility for the result. The lack of involvement of parents creates the risk of exclusion of children with speech, language, and communication difficulties from educational environment and society. Our research addresses the problem of insufficient involvement of parents into educational and therapy processes of children with different speech, language, and communication difficulties. The way out is to create a common supporting environment which will satisfy the need of parents to get a positive result, making parents themselves equal participants in the educational process, including inclusive education, speech therapy, occupational therapy, teletherapy, and other types of intervention. And now we are moving closely to the digital coaching for parents. What is coaching? When we are talking about learning, we can describe this process as do it as I do. About trainings, we can say, if you don't know how, we will teach you. Consulting, we can describe like, I will help you. And finally, coaching can be described like, I want, I can, I believe, I do, and I have the result. And here is our mission to move together with parents through each of these positions. By implementing digital coaching, we want to create the conditions for a stimulating and motivating environment for parents, where everyone should learn and develop according to their conditions. Digital coaching at all levels grows parents and increases engagement and motivation in the educational and therapy processes. This also increases their life satisfaction. Coaching is always based on today's situation and looking ahead. Coaching brings out the best in person, raises awareness, discovers inherent potential, develops strength, and strengthens self-esteem. The focus shifts from problems to opportunities. Parents and educational establishments also become better equipped to handle challenges. Digital coaching is an effective process for finding driving forces, raising skills, and achieving goals. In practice, coaching means being able to communicate well. In coaching parents, we use a range of techniques such as listening actively and on multiple levels, using effective core technology, setting goals that motivate, stimulate actions and learning, and providing feedback in a constructive way. In our research, we combine coaching and interactive technologies with remote, distance interactive forms of work, creating digital surrounding. We call it ergonomic organizer for supporting parents. Here you can see what is inside our ergonomic distance interactive organizer. Here are such positions as websites, mobile apps, chatbots, and Telegram bots with artificial intelligence, social media, technologies of augmented reality, etc., etc. And here are one of the latest examples of the relevance and necessity of our remote ergonomic organizer with coaching techniques and distance interactive forms of work for supporting parents. Now I'm in Poland, in Kielce. I've just finished my 3 months internship in the foundation in support of local democracy, the Center Regional Center. And using a possibility, I would like to say thank you to the director of the foundation, to Agnieszka Migoni, for this opportunity and for support Ukrainian people. The topic and activities during the internship were very close to my research because it was about the development of ICT skills and also the project management. This gave me the opportunity to implement one of the projects in Świętokrzyski region in Poland. It was financed by Federacja Funduszy Lokalnych w Polsce, and it was also the next step in appropriating of our scientific research. We will present the result of our research, including statistics, during the next conferences. And now, for 37 Ukrainian families, mothers and children of preschool age, who were forced to stay in Poland, in Kielce, because of the war in Ukraine, we conducted speech therapy consultations, therapy sessions, and other educational activities within the project Support for Women and Children from Ukraine in Świętokrzyski Voivodeship. And after that, now, using coaching techniques and our digital ergonomic organizer, we continue supporting these families despite of all circumstances and challenges. And I'm so proud and so happy it works. And such volunteering, consultation, and therapy sessions for internally displaced families who live now in Ukraine, in Vinnytsia, we conducted in Children's Center LogoClub by speech therapists and also students from Vinnytsia Michailo Kozyubiński State Pedagogical University. And I'm so glad and so happy we can support parents and children with speech, language, and communication difficulties in Ukraine, in Poland, and all over the world. Dear ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your attention. Now, I'm inviting you to visit my website and social media, which are presented on a slide, where you can observe all our activities. Thank you very much, and let us be in touch.